I'm going to do a quick review of this kmise. This is a kmu30b. So it's a baritone ukulele. Got it off of eBay for about $61. Bought it from Pier Store 168. So I'm going to go over the good things. The good things that came with the Diodario Pro Arte titanium strings. And I didn't have to do a truss rod adjustment. So that was good. It says it's mahogany, but who knows? But it has that open pore finish, which I like. It's actually very, very pretty ukulele. So the stuff that I had to do to it was I had to polish down the frets. They're pretty rough. They're a lot smoother now. I just took about like I think it was like a 1500 grit. Went over them. I had to file the fret ends, which they were really sharp. I had to bring the nut down a little bit, and I had to bring the saddle down quite a bit, a lot. The bridge was actually slightly coming up. I threw a little bit of super glue just to be safe. I don't think there's going to be enough tension to pull it forward, but you never know over time. And the worst thing was, I didn't find out till a lot later, was the middle brace right there was lifted up and it was cracked down the middle. And if I would have saw in the beginning, I would have returned it, but I already did so much work to it. By that time I was like sort of stuck with it, so I just threw a bunch of wood glue down onto it, held it down, and then just lathered the wood glue and fixed that crack as much as I could. It is a smaller guitar, so I don't think it's going to make that big of a difference. If it was a bigger one, I would be worried about it, but since it's a small one, I'm not really putting, and I only paid about $61. I'm not putting too much stock into it. The bridge part was really sharp, so I filed that down as well. So make it a little bit easier to put my palm up against it without hurting myself. And the strings were wound pretty poorly, so I just took those off and just rewound them the way that I like to do it. So I guess I'll just give a little bit of a... Oh, I guess one more thing is that the intonation is kind of flat. So if you're playing your open E and you go over to the 12th fret, it's just slightly flat on every single one. So it's not true. So the compensated bridge, I'm not sure exactly what it does. Who knows? This could be moved back. Not quite sure if I need to move it back or forward off the top of my head, but there's plenty of information out there on the internet. You can look it up, but I'm not going to do that. So I'll just give a little bit of, here's just some open chords. All right, sounds decent. I mean, for $61, if you know what you're doing, I would say go ahead and do it if you have the money to spend. Of course, what I always learned is just buy the better instrument. But if you know how to work on stuff, or if you're a beginner and you know somebody who knows how to work on stuff, and they'll do it to you give it to you, work on it for free because they're your good friend, then I say go ahead and buy it. But if you're a beginner and you bought it and you didn't know how to work on it, it's gonna be pretty hard to play on. At least this one that I got. You never know with the quality control, there might be a good one that comes out of their factory. And so overall, so yeah, I mean, it sounds good. Sounds decent. And if you guys have any more questions, just feel free to ask and I'll answer them when I can. All right, thank you.